podcast. Oh my goodness. I'm recording this on a Thursday. It is midday. I'm a bit tired, but I'm ready to dive into this topic. Also, just shout out to you guys. Last month we had our highest month of downloads and listens for the third month in a row, which is so exciting. Started this podcast back at like the end of May, and it's just been so fun. And I really love just yapping and sharing all the things and interviewing people. And it's just been awesome. So thank you guys for listening. And if you have any suggestions or recommendations or requests for a specific podcast episode or topic, DM me on Instagram. I would love to hear what topics you guys want to have covered. So go find me on Instagram. It's maddyoutdoors.coach. Send me a DM. Let me know what you want me to cover on the podcast because I am happy to do so. And I'm always looking for new topics to cover. Also, quick side note, go read this book if you haven't. It's called The Big Leap by Guy Hendricks. If you feel stuck, if you feel unmotivated, if you feel like you're self-sabotaging, The Big Leap, I read this book for the first time like 3 years ago, and genuinely it just was a complete mindset shift for me. And like every year I go back and reread it, and it's just so freaking good. So highly recommend. It's literally like required reading for a lot of my students. Okay, today's episode, we're going to be talking about how to pitch yourself for different holidays and seasons. So this could be how to pitch for Q4, how to pitch for Black Friday, how to pitch for Christmas, how to pitch for Valentine's Day campaigns or Father's Day or Mother's Day campaigns. Like there are so many things that we can be pitching for as creators, and you don't always just have to send out your generic pitch. So I wanted to talk about the strategy behind how to do that. Just going to be a quick crash course because it really is simple. Like it's a simple strategy, and it basically just requires you to switch up your pitch a little bit depending on the season and the kind of campaign that you are pitching for. So first of all, this is what I'm talking about is like outbound email pitching. So you're tailoring your email pitch when you are sending emails to brands. So if you're not using Bento, that's the platform that I use to email pitch. I just recommend it to everybody. I recommend it to all my students. It's great because you can find brand emails, you can find brands to work with, and you can have all of your like pitch templates in there. It's a super streamlined process. It makes pitching super fast. I sent out 50 pitches yesterday in an hour. Like it helps streamline the process so fast. So 10 out of 10 recommend getting Bento if you don't have that. The Pro version and the VA version are amazing. Also, if you use the code Maddy, MADDY, you can get 10% off of your subscription. But yeah, highly recommend getting Bento if you're doing cold email outreach. And you're just going to tweak your basic general pitch a little bit to match the language of the upcoming season or holiday. So I'm literally going to read you my Q4 pitch. And I want you to keep in mind a few things. First of all, I've been doing this for a long time. So I have stats, I have brands I've worked with, I have like credibility that I can add in here that maybe you can't, and that is okay. And I'm just going to go through, I'm going to read this, and I'm going to tell you kind of what's the same as just my general pitch, and then maybe what is different. So like, what are the little tweaks that I made to make this a Q4 pitch? So, hi, so nice to meet you. I'm Maddy, a Colorado-based UGC creator with over 3 years of content experience. I've created for over 70 brands in the wellness, outdoor, food and beverage, travel, home goods, pet, and lifestyle spaces, including High Camp Flasks, and then in parentheses I have 4.89 ROAS, Adidas Terex, and Tom's of Maine. This TikTok for Flask Cap hit 718,000 views just organically, and I link out to that TikTok. I'd love to help create content for your Black Friday / Cyber Monday and holiday ad campaigns. So that first paragraph is the same as my general pitch. Like, I didn't even change anything in that. This next sentence is tailored towards the season. So I'd love to help create content for your Black Friday, Cyber Monday, and holiday ad campaigns. And then this part, again, is the same as my general pitch. I bring a conversions first approach to the ads I create, blending sales psychology and genuine scripting to reach target audiences. I understand the power of hooks, how to create curiosity gaps to increase viewer retention rates, and how to increase conversions by making people think, wow, it's like this video was made for me. And then this sentence is the same as my general pitch. Brand has been on my list of brands I'd love to work with. And then this is changed for Q4. So I say, and I wanted to reach out when my rates are the lowest of the year. All of my packages are 25% off for Q4. Is your team looking for more Q4 content? If so, I'd be happy to send over some ideas or hop on a call to chat more. Or if you have any campaigns or concepts I can assist with, just let me know. And then I always end it with a question. You always want to end your pitches with a direct call to action or question. So I say, would you like me to send over my discounted Q4 ad packages? So you want to give them some incentive for the season. And this is great because I always offer a discount on my packages. Typically, I offer anywhere from 10 to 20% discount on packages. So like if they bundle multiple videos together or they buy a larger ad package, I will give them a discount on that. And for Q4, I just do a little bit bigger of a discount and I let them know that I have that discount. And again, this doesn't apply to like single videos. So if they just want like one video and some ad usage, I don't give a discount on that. But if they're bundling together several videos or an ad package, that's where this 25% off discount would come in. And again, that's just a little bit more of a discount than I would typically give on my packages throughout the entire year. So you can see that this pitch just has a little bit of language that is tailored towards Q4 and like Black Friday, Cyber Monday, but it's not incredibly different from my normal everyday pitch. Literally take your base pitch, like your normal general pitch, and you can tailor it towards any season and any holiday. So like you could basically write this same thing, but for Father's Day. And what you want to be doing is you want to be sending out these pitches about 2 months before that hits. So 2 months before Father's Day, you're going to want to be sending Father's Day pitches, right? Because then it's close enough that, yes, they're thinking about Father's Day campaigns. It's not like totally like 6 months early, and a lot of brands aren't even thinking about that yet, especially smaller to medium-sized brands. But it is, you still are giving yourself time to negotiate with them, sign the contract, have the product shipped to you, and get them the content more than a month before that holiday, right? Because if they're running a Father's Day campaign, they're probably going to be running that ad like the month before Father's Day, right? Because it's a small holiday. It's, going to have like a tight conversion window. And so they're not going to be running this for like 2 months or 3 months. And they're not going to be running it after Father's Day. So these types of campaigns are tighter in terms of deadline and turnaround time. So you're going to want to be pitching 2 to 3 months before that happens. So like Black Friday is at the end of November. I started pitching that at the end of September. So that gave me 2 months to send out these pitches. So I'm sending those pitches for about 6 weeks. 2 weeks leading up to that holiday, I don't even send those pitches anymore because odds are they've already have all of the content that they need. It would be so hard to turn around that content like so quick anyway with revisions and shipping and everything like that. So I typically stop sending pitches for a specific holiday or season like 2 weeks before that holiday happens. And that's really it. It's a simple strategy, but it's super effective. And brands are always running seasonal campaigns. So this type of pitch works well. All right, there's your crash course. how to pitch for holidays and seasons. I hope that was helpful. I hope to see you guys in the next episode. Have a great week.